Delaware may be the first state, but it is also a state of firsts for the planet. Here, ancient tides meet modern science, and tradition meets technology. Along the sandy shoreline of the Delaware Bay, where the sun rises each morning over still, glassy water, something extraordinary is quietly happening. Two of the most powerful forces in global health and sustainability are at work, one crawling out of the sea, and the other growing silently in vast emerald fields just miles inland. One carries blue blood that saves millions of lives every single year. The other produces green gold that is reshaping how the world eats and heals its soil. This is not a story about a small state. This is a story about how one coastline and one crop became essential to the survival of the modern world. These creatures are not relics, they are guardians, and the beaches of Delaware are their sanctuary. It has outlasted creatures far larger and far more complex than itself. And hidden inside its ancient armored body is a secret that modern medicine simply cannot live without. Its blood is bright blue, colored by copper-based hemocyanin rather than the iron-based hemoglobin found in human blood. But the color is not what makes it extraordinary. Inside that blue blood are specialized cells called amebocytes, and these cells do something no human technology has ever been able to replicate with the same speed or sensitivity. The moment these amebocytes come into contact with bacterial toxins, they clot instantly, forming a gel-like barrier that traps the contamination. Scientists discovered this remarkable property and developed what is now called the Limulus amebocyte lysate test, known as LAL. This test is the global gold standard for verifying the safety of every vaccine, every intravenous drip, every surgical implant, and every injectable medication produced anywhere on Earth. Delaware's green gold is not just feeding the state. It is modeling a blueprint for feeding the world. Stretching across more than 150,000 acres of Delaware farmland, the soybean is the state's largest and most consequential crop. At first glance, a soybean field looks simple, row after row of low, leafy plants baking quietly in the summer heat. But beneath the surface, something remarkable is happening. Attached to the roots of every soybean plant are tiny nodules filled with bacteria that pull nitrogen directly from the atmosphere and convert it into a form the soil can absorb and use. This process, called nitrogen fixation, means soybean plants are actively rebuilding the land they grow in, reducing the need for synthetic chemical fertilizers that drain into waterways and damage ecosystems. Above ground, the output is equally impressive. Soybeans deliver a dense, complete protein source that feeds livestock, fuels vehicles through biodiesel, and fills grocery shelves with tofu, soy milk, edamame, and plant-based meat alternatives. As the global population pushes toward 10 billion people, the pressure on traditional livestock farming is becoming unsustainable. They are one continuous living system. Each spring, as horseshoe crabs spawn along the bay's edge, migratory shorebirds like the red knot descend by the tens of thousands to fuel up on the protein-rich eggs before continuing their journey northward. Meanwhile, just inland, soybean farmers maintain vegetative buffer strips along field edges, preventing nutrient runoff from reaching the bay and keeping the water clean enough to support a thriving crab population. Healthy farms mean a healthy bay, and a healthy bay means horseshoe crabs continue to spawn, birds continue to migrate, and the LAL supply that protects global medicine remains intact. These two systems, the ancient and the modern, the biological and the agricultural, are not separate stories. From the ancient tides to the modern harvest, Delaware proves that transformative solutions often emerge from the most unexpected places. A state smaller than many counties elsewhere holds within its borders two of the most quietly powerful contributors to human health and planetary sustainability on Earth. By protecting the blue blood of the bay and nurturing the green gold of the fields, Delaware is not simply preserving local resources. It is safeguarding a future that belongs to everyone. Small in size but genuinely life-saving for the planet.